Governor Bailey, do you think interest rates will be closer to 3 or 4% at the end of the easing cycle, given all of the inflation and trade dynamics?
That's a subtle way into the RStar question, actually, I would detect. So look, I'm fairly cautious about the whole discussion of the level of RStar and therefore sort of where rates are going to reach in the cycle. There is huge uncertainty around it. What I think is important, and what we spend our time looking at, is how restrictive is policy, both now and going forwards. And our staff do a huge amount of work on that front to judge the restrictiveness of policy in the current context, and how restrictive it's going to be looking forwards if you project forward with the market curves. And the assessment we've got at the moment is that policy remains restrictive. It will continue to be restrictive, although the level of restrictiveness will come down over time, which is what I would expect. So I would expect that level of restrictiveness to come down to a point where it goes more neutral. But I think you have to judge that in context. Just to give you an example of that in the UK economy, the level of household and corporate debt in the UK economy is actually lower than we would have expected it to be, but based on past experience. So again, that feeds through into just how restrictive policy is at a given interest rate. It's somewhat less restrictive probably than it would have been historically.
Could I ask all of you actually thoughts on the